It was the kind of cosmic joke you only read about in cliché office romances. Except this wasn't some quirky rom-com. It was my life, and it started with my boss casually dropping a bombshell. "You'll be working with Ethan again." My stomach twisted because Ethan wasn't just any coworker. He was my former rival, the guy who made college feel like a never-ending competition, the one person I swore I would never have to deal with again. And now, people were whispering that we were secretly dating. The ridiculous part? They weren't entirely wrong about the tension between us. Back in college, Ethan and I had spent 4 years tearing each other apart academically. If I got an A, he got an A+. If I presented something brilliant, he made it sharper, cleaner, devastatingly perfect. We were poison to each other, or maybe magnets forever colliding, forever repelling. Graduation was supposed to be the end of our Cold War. But the world is cruelly small, and now, years later, fate had thrown us into the same corporate battleground. First, I laughed at the rumor. Who would believe that Ethan buttoned up? Smug Ethan and I were together. But office gossip spreads like wildfire, and soon it wasn't funny. Colleagues gave us knowing smirks in the break room, whispered when we walked past, and even joked that our lovers' quarrels during meetings were proof of something deeper. And the worst part? Ethan played into it. Instead of denying it, he smirked when people teased us. He leaned just a little too close when we argued, his voice dropping low enough to make my pulse quicken. He'd brush against me in hallways, his hand grazing mine when he passed me a file. Onlookers would giggle, convinced they were catching us in a secret moment. I wanted to scream, but part of me didn't want to stop him. The project was high-stakes partnership with a major client that could make or break our department. It meant late nights at the office, endless coffee runs, and staring at spreadsheets until my eyes blurred. Ethan was infuriatingly brilliant, just like in college. He challenged every idea I had, not out of spite, but because he actually cared about making the project flawless. And for every frustrating disagreement, there were rare moments when we fell into sync. When our minds aligned, the room seemed to hum with electricity. One night, long after everyone had gone home, we found ourselves sitting across from each other in the empty office, papers scattered like fallen leaves between us. I was exhausted, my tie loosened, shirt untucked, while Ethan still looked irritatingly composed. He caught me staring and raised an eyebrow. "What?" he asked. I should have looked away, but I didn't. Instead, I blurted out the question that had been haunting me since college. "Why did you hate me so much?" His expression faltered. For once, the sharpness in his gaze softened. He leaned back, sighed, and said quietly, "I never hated you." I blinked. "Could have fooled me. I envied you," he admitted, his voice steady but low, as if confessing something he'd carried too long. "You were fearless, smart. Everyone noticed you. And well, competing with you was the only way I knew how to keep up." The room felt suddenly smaller, the air heavier. My heart hammered, not from anger but from something far more dangerous. Because in that moment, I realized what I'd been avoiding all these years. I had envied him too. Envied his poise, his confidence, his maddening ability to get under my skin. Silence stretched between us, charged and unspoken. And then, maybe because I was too tired to think, or maybe because I had been waiting for years, I said, "So what are we now? Still rivals?" Ethan's lips curved into the faintest smile. "That depends," he murmured. "Do rivals usually want to kiss each other?" My breath caught. I didn't answer with words. If anyone thought the rumors would die down, they were wrong. After that night, Ethan and I didn't exactly make an effort to hide anything. We weren't reckless, no stolen kisses in meeting rooms, no obvious hand-holding in the office. But the way we looked at each other changed. The way he brushed against my shoulder, the way I lingered when handing him documents, it all spoke louder than words. Still, it wasn't easy. Falling for Ethan meant unlearning years of bitterness. There were fights, sharp words thrown like knives when stress boiled over. But there were also late nights when we shared stories from college we never dared tell before. Nights when laughter replaced rivalry, and warmth replaced distance. The turning point came at the project's final presentation. We stood side by side, every word and gesture flowing in perfect harmony. When the client applauded, I glanced at Ethan and saw pride not just in the work, but in me. Afterward, When the office erupted in celebration, someone jokingly asked if we'd finally admit to being together. I froze, waiting for Ethan to laugh it off. Instead, he slipped an arm lightly around my waist, casual but certain, and said, "Maybe we'll let you believe what you already do." The room burst into laughter and cheers, but I barely heard it. All I could feel was Ethan's hand resting on me, solid and warm, like it belonged there. Later that night, away from the noise, we walked down the quiet streets of the city. For once, there were no rivals, no gossip, no expectations. Just us. He stopped under the glow of a street lamp, turned to me, and said softly, "I don't want to keep this a rumor anymore." My chest tightened, but this time with something beautiful. So I kissed him, and in that moment, every rivalry, every fight, every rumor, it all led here. To us. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.